Hey guys,
Five,
this is a Plaguefall
four,
25
three,
I did with some
two,
friends.
one.
It's not a push key, but I haven't done a commentary on an Arcane Mage Plaguefall video. So what I did here is at start I had my 18 stacks and I tried to go out in time and go back in so I can have 18 stacks ready for the first pool. This was a bit experimental, to be honest. I think I did it too slowly since, as you can see, I'm pretty far from the team. The plan here was to take all slimes with the first big guy on the right side. By doing that, I have a target funnel as Arcane, and I think that's really great if your team manages to do so. However, I don't know, the tank didn't pull it insta, but I still pulled it. I used my Ruby here, not my sigil, because I really wanted to have sigil for boss pool, and I didn't crit, but oh, I did actually. So I did a lot of funnel on the Plague Belcher. That's the reason that we take him, so I can do my single target rotation. I didn't do the AoE rotation because with the Warlock there's really no reason. If you're just doing the blobs, you can use Arcane Power on the blobs pool, and then you're gonna have your 45 seconds for the Plague Belcher, and then you're gonna have Arcane Power again for the first pool when we go down.
Shockwave.
As you can see, I have my 45 seconds now, but since we we killed her, my Arcane Power's cooldown is reduced by a lot. I think the rogue didn't really funnel there. I didn't check my damage on the Plague Belcher, but I think, you know, he should have funneled a bit more and just let the ads die by the Warlock. As you can see, my Arcane Power is ready, so I'm just going to use it again. Turning around to get that doubt proc, the extra 10% intellect. Doing my single target rotation again here. Why? Because it's only 5 targets, and in 5 targets, as you can see, my damage is still good, even if I only do the single target rotation at the AoE one. Basically, the only thing you want to keep in mind is you want to have all your CDs for boss pool. We had the rogue here, so he could target the relics, so I could, you know, use my CDs on the boss instantly. I'm playing Sigil, so I'm playing 2 unused trinkets. It's actually really nice having an unused every set of your CD. What I'm gonna do here, okay, I didn't, but what I should have done is click my Ruby, because I can use my Ruby on my 1 minute, Sigil then on AP, and then Ruby again on the second AP. What we decided to do a bit late here is to banish the slime and kill this pack, just to gain some time, so we pull, you know, more ads together, not just pulling 2 ads by 2 ads. However, I have already used my CDs by then, so I didn't really have any kind of damage here. But as you can see, they're coming back up, so I'm not going to use AP, I'm just going to use my 1 minute again. So I'm sure that I have AP for pull on boss. Did my AoE rotation here, just because I want all the ads have similar HP, and unlike the pool where I did my single target rotation with AP earlier, there's nothing to funnel. That's why I did the single target rotation as well earlier, to funnel the big guy, to do more damage on the big guy than I do to the other ads, so all the ads die at the same time. That's what you have to think about when you play Mythic Plus. You want the key to go faster, so even if I would do less damage than if I played my AoE rotation, then it would still be very nice for the team, for the big guy to die as fast as the other ads. So as you can see, we're pulling the blob right here. I'm ready, PI is ready, I'm going to stand in the blob, I'm going to use Potion, Sigil, Bloodlust. You're going to see that I didn't crit here, and they still did a lot of damage. Just imagine if I would crit under Sigil, this is crazy. So I didn't crit there, and I still did around 120k engage, which in my opinion is pretty nice. I'm still doing 100k, what, 15 seconds into the pool. Now dies. When dies, we can stay in the necro buff because we don't take a lot of damage. And now I'm using my 1 minute. I should have stayed in the necro, to be honest. I'm going back in it to do my Arcane missiles really fast, so I can funnel a lot of damage into the attach of the Magi.
The disease spreads.
I trolled. I should have pressed my altar time there a bit earlier. I did it a bit late, but that was still fine. Warlock died unfortunately there, but it's fine. As you can see, even if it's 25 Tyrannical, the first boss still dies very fast if we use our CDs properly. And I'm just waiting for this next cast, so I don't get... I blocked it so I can insta CD again. And I go into the pool for extra haste. I use my ruby. I crit this time.
Kill ads.
We have to kill the ads though.
The disease spreads.
Luckily the rogue was doing a lot of damage to these ads. This was actually a really nice rogue in my opinion. He was doing all the things we wouldn't want to do. Focusing the relic because it's pretty easy for him, or killing the ads. Using my 1 minute here, even though the boss is almost dead, but just to be sure because I didn't get in time there on my Rune of Power to buff my barrage, but it's fine, the boss still died. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage to to this boss. The Warlock died as well, that's why his damage is a bit lower, but if you play properly, you're gonna do a lot of damage as Arcane on these bosses in Plaguefall. Here we take the Plague Rock together with the pack. I'm focusing Earth since my Arcane power is not ready yet. And I'm actually out of mana, so I can't really do much left. So what I decide to do is use Invis and eat, so I have mana for AP. And since the Plague Rock has much more HP than the other ads, I'm just going to do my single target rotation on 5 ads, sorry. It's actually really good, as you can see, so that the Plague Rock dies with the rest of the pack and we don't waste time having to single target kill the Plague Rock afterwards. After this, what we decided to do is play the the slimes together. I had to go into sheep the patrol so that afterwards we can kill the slime solo and then chain it into the big pool, the caster I mean. So here I did my AoE rotation, but I was a bit far, so I had to go in and do an Arcane Explosion without the buff of my Rune of Power, but that was alright. It's not such a big DPS loss. Unfortunately my sigil is not ready, you know, for the big pull afterwards, but it might be, since it has 35 seconds cooldown right now. So we have to kill the slime, but the slime won't take 30 seconds to kill. It has really low HP. Re-CCing the patrol that we want to take into the next pool. So as you can see, Sigil actually came back up, which is actually great. We don't have PI ready for this, but that's still alright. I'm pressing my mirror images to be sure that I don't get aggro off of this. Pressing Sigil, pressing Potion. Doing my single target rotation as well, because the Spinebreaker has much more HP than the other ads. Looking at my doubt, I didn't crit there, but a 163k non-crit is actually pretty good, I would say. As you can see, the Spinebreaker is dying really fast, and that's really good for the group. I tried to Nova all the ads here, but I missed a Spine Claw. A Slime Claw, I think they're called, actually, my bad. And after this, we will take the two next Slime Claws into the Tentacle. Here, so basically, the Rogue pulled downstairs, but I asked him not to. We were 4 pre-made here, with the Warlock, the Healer, and the Tank. And we just pugged the Rogue. Actually, this comp is really nice with an Arcane Mage, not Hunter, because I can DPS freely and not have to worry about, you know, relics or whatever. It's actually, I would say, the best comp to play with as an Arcane, to play with the Rogue and a Warlock, especially in Tyrannical. So as you can see, I'm writing here that I'm gonna pull down, and still the Rogue went to pull. That's really bad. Like, you shouldn't do that. You should just let the mage do it, since if you put it too early, the casts, some random casts might go off. So basically, I'm going to show you guys. I'm gonna wait here a bit. I don't have to wait long, but and then I alter, and then I blinked in a weird direction, but anyway, see, you should pull it after this, so that then when you come back up, you can also block and come back up, so you don't get hit by the explosion like I just did there. As you can see right now, the bombs came and the ads already came upstairs, and that's really bad, because if we wouldn't be a pre-made and if you're pugging, we have to kick the ads, we have to stack them properly together, and that's not the best thing ever. You should, you know, wait a bit, and then they come exactly on the explosion timer. You don't even need to kick them if everybody line of sights outside. That was not so bad. Like, we still managed it properly, but as you can see, if the Rogue would maybe stay and do damage to the Blight Cleaver, to relax, maybe it would have died first. Since we are 4 pre-mades, he should listen to our calls, even if our calls are, I mean, it's our key, so we should do it the way we want to. Because now we're wasting a bit of time because of this right now, because the timer was kind of sad right there. Here I'm just using my Ruby with Arcane Power. As you can see, Sigil is coming in 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is exactly the timer for my next Arcane Power. I'm also using my Racial here, not holding it for the boss pool, because we are going to have the Necro buff, and that's going to give me enough haste. I don't need my Racial extra. Going faster, and this is actually really good. Doing my stacks on the ooze that the tank can't find. As you can see, my 45-second cooldowns are up, and I'm going to use them on the purple slime. We also decided to banish the slime here just for kick purposes, because if we miss on kicks, it's a bit hectic. We were wondering if this is going to pull the boss, but it didn't, which is actually great, because we really didn't want to ninja pull that. Doing the single target rotation on this slime here, because when it's up, the ads around it take decreased damage. So as you can see, my CDs are up in 20 seconds, however PI is up in about 40 seconds. So I don't know why I marked the Plague Binder. To be honest, we should have focused the slime here. I just realized it too late. So people have been focusing a bit the Plague Binder, because if we kill the slime we can just pull the Plague Binder with the boss basically, and it's one more ad for funnel. But we're waiting for the slime to die. That's also for PI purposes. If I have PI on boss on this pool, on boss, I'm sorry, it's really nice for my CDs. We could have definitely just pulled the boss right now, but just wanted to play it safer, I guess, and be sure to kill the slime first. I'm not using any of my spells yet because I don't have much mana, and I am evocation is not up. So we pull the boss right now. I get PI. I stay in the necro buff. I also didn't crit here, but as you can see, with sigil, basically, if you don't crit, you do the same damage or similar damage that you would do if you would crit without sigil. So that's why sigil, in my opinion, is very good, because when you're on sigil buff, you have 100% chance of doing a lot of damage and a decent chance to do insane damage. I didn't crit on any of my sigil DPS cooldowns here in this dungeon, I think, but when I crit it's absolutely crazy. I already did a 600k crit on Mists, which did about an 800k touch of the Magi on the first boss of Mists with sigil. As you can see, I'm using my 45 seconds on the bomb. I'm doing this to be sure we kill it, and I'm still the first DPS and doing a lot. I've lost it this because I had only my 45 seconds, and I'm going to use AP on the next bomb, again to be sure that it dies. That's the team play basically. Of course it's better if I use my CDs on the boss for my overall, because maybe the bomb dies too fast for my touch of the Magi to have an effect on it. But you know, you just want to be sure that your key is timed, wasting a bit of damage on the boss, and being sure that the bomb dies is actually really good. So you should look for that.
Watch your step.
As you can see, my CDs are up here, but I'm waiting for the boss to phase at 33% to use my AP on the next bomb.
What this needs is some flesh. Consume. It's time this experiment.
So the boss phases now. PI is ready as well. Asking for it. Pressing Ruby on the boss since it has less HP, so I'm going to get more crit out of it. I use my
Watch your step.
CD on the bomb. That's actually great because I think one of the DPS died or something. Anyways, as you can see, that's really safe. It kills the bomb 100%, even if the DPS don't do much to it. I should have mouse over the the damage I did to the bombs, but I forgot about it, to be honest. And pretty soon I'm going to have my 45 seconds back up, and I'm going to use them here on the last part of this boss, because I'm going then to have AP back for the next pull, which is the big tentacle with some ads.
Now to test this slime on you.
I'm not using my orb here because I want to make sure that I do my stacks before the boss dies. As you can see, it died right now, and my AP is coming up in 25 seconds-ish. That's fine because the tank needs some time to stack the ads anyways.
So you emerge victorious, but at what cost?
I'm dispelling the slimes. Also, because I didn't have AP up, with Touch of the Badge I had to wait a few seconds, so I just used them to funnel. We got every single time here because the rogue was doing his job, funneling it. As you can see, I critted on the tentacle randomly, so we died really fast. That's why I did my single target rotation as well, even if there are 4, 5, 6 ads. Well, only the tentacle had decent HP, so I'm just using the adds around it to kill it faster. And now I'm going to have my 1 minute for this pool, and I'm going to use Ruby for my 1 minute cooldowns because I have Sigil up afterwards. Tank asked me to pull this for him, so I did before using my CDs. I'm trying to do my single target rotation here, but it's super hard because I have to dodge things, so I'm just moving around with Arcane Explosion to proc the Radiant Spark debuff on the giant. And right now I have Sigil again up with AP coming, so you know, I'm wondering if I should press it. Maybe we're playing the Tentacle on the left, but we're just playing the Ambusher by itself. So what I'm gonna do is just use Rune of Power and you know, wait basically with AP and even Radiant Spark for the next pull. We are CCing the Ambusher so it doesn't cast a Stealth Link since it's almost dead. Using my mirror images here. The tank controlled the defender. That's a bit, you know, unfortunate for our CDs, but that's fine. We are still going to do the single target rotation on the Ambusher because it's the one we want to kill. We don't want to have a lot of stealth things. That was really a shame that the rogue CC the Ambusher like that, to be honest, because we have a lot of AoE stuns like Mass Grip or Shadow Fury from Warlock, or even I can Frost Nova at the end of the cast. I think I'm going to do it once in this dungeon, so even the priest can bump. It's like there's no reason to continuously CC the Ambusher. You might as well just let it cast once, so we have a lot of small adds for funnel, which are great for both me, for all of us actually, Rogue, me, and the Warlock. Focusing here just to be sure that we get it, and then doing my single target rotation on the Ambusher with my 1 minute 30, with my 45 second CDs. Actually, I did it on the defender because it was the one that had the most HP. As you can see, the Ambusher is casting stealth things and the rogue is trying to shut it down, but again, it's not that mandatory, I guess. I can Frost Nova these. So you have to do it at the end of the cast, like right now, see? Because if you do it a bit earlier, the Frost Nova is going to break because of the damage that the adds take, and then they're going to jump. So you have to Frost Nova at the last possible second. I missed my Ruby there, that was really unfortunate, because I would have critted for sure, but I still, you know, still used Ruby on the boss with AP and for cooldowns. I didn't crit here, unfortunately. We are using the defender for this phase, as you can see, because the healer and me don't have much HP, so we don't want to risk dying. Controlling the defender there is actually really good, and we can, if you play the route that we played, it's actually perfect percent if we keep it controlled until the end of the dungeon.
A single scratch is all it will take.
I'm using my 45 seconds right now because I'm thinking Er will die, so I'm going to have my AP for the next set of ads. I use Invis there. I use Greater Invisibility for 60% damage reduction on the stun. That's why I use Invis, because it's a wall. The Arcane Invis is a wall. I have AP ready, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the ads to spawn, like right now. So I can have the extra 60% damage on the boss with the ads.
I will slay you where you stand.
As you can see, Ruby is coming back up, so I can use it again on my 1 minute CDs, on my 45-second CDs I mean, and then I'll probably have Sigil ready for the other one. I don't have anything here, and the tank procced the defender a bit late, but that's fine. I still didn't die, luckily. Not doing any more spells here because I want to make sure I have enough mana for my CDs. The Warlock came here so I could stay on my Rune of Power, and that was amazing, and cast. I did my barrage on the 3rd Radiant Spark debuff because I didn't have mana and I didn't have time to cast Evocation. I think I had a mana gem ready, but I didn't pay attention to it, to be honest. So as you can see, I have Sigil coming up with my AP, but I don't remember if I used it, to be honest, because the boss ball it's dying. So I'm thinking maybe I should rather wait and not do my CDs on boss. Maybe wait for the next ads that come in 10 seconds, or maybe just don't use it and use only my 1 minute. I'm not sure PI is ready as well, but I think I just decided to use it right here.
Comes from the shadows.
Yep, and I get PI as well. And I didn't crit here again, but as you can see, I get aggro on all the assassins. And the rogue was actually doing an insane amount of damage on this boss. That was really nice. And now we go down. We are going to play all the room inside the downstairs here, the last boss room, and then we come back for the slimes to get it for the necro buff for the boss. So I have my 45 seconds right here. Usually the way I want to play this is have AP on coming down. So AP while we go down right now, and then use my single target rotation for the mini boss, for Ecor, but I don't have that, so I'm going to focus the relic a bit here. And since it's Tyrannical, the unfortunate part is that Ecor has not that much HP, so if I crit on him, you know, he phases and my Touch of the Magi doesn't explode. I have to learn how to time better my CDs for that. I'm using my Ruby here, and now I'm going to use my AP. What I really wanted here is that my barrage phases Ecor. See, like right now, and then that my Touch of the Magi might explode, but he exploded right before Ecor spawned again, so it didn't do any damage because Ecor was phasing. So try not to do that. Maybe use your single target rotation either at the beginning or when he starts a new phase, like right now. Not the way I did it, because you're risking your Touch of the Magi not to explode. I did my barrage on the 3rd Radiant Spark debuff because Ecor was phasing, and as you can see, my Touch of the Magi exploded after he phased because my barrage procced him, or rather because I tried to time it, so I do my 4 globals right before he phases, and then you know, the Touch of the Magi should explode on him as well. So as you can see, in 41 seconds I'm having Ruby, so I'm going to use my 1 minute here on the slimes, my 45 seconds, and then I'm going to have AP ready for pull. On this first boss, it depends how fast it phases, but you should, I mean, if you don't get you use AP first and last phase, and you Bloodlust second phase with only your 1 minute. And if dies, you can use your AP and your 1 minute in the first phase, then 2 minutes again on the second phase, and then Bloodlust third phase with your 1 minute. As you can see, we killed the purple slime first. And right now we're pulling the red slime to the boss. I'm casting my evocation fully to be sure I'm full of mana. I'm trying not to burn my mana too much because the rogue is going to kill the slime by himself, basically, and I really need my my mana for pull on boss. You're going to see that the relics, so basically Vi relic and Woe relic, were in range of the boss, and was not. So what I decided to do here is, see, is a bit further away, so I'm not sure he's going to take the damage from my barrage. So I'm waiting with my barrage until dies, to be sure we don't kill the wrong relic. I still got a crit. I didn't get the funnel of all 3 relics, but having the funnel on even the 2 adds is still really nice. As you can see, we still have the defender here, so this shield is friendly. The DK is controlling it, and now we're trying to time with the next rain, and we got it almost. The boss, as you can see, still misses 13% to phase, so what I'm doing right now is using my 1 minute. Also, that way I'm also going to be sure that I have my CDs again for next phase. My touch of the mage, I should phase it soon. Yep. Unfortunately, we got an extra ad, but that's alright. As you can see, I have Sigil ready for P2, and we're not lasting it since I have CDs backup. If I wouldn't have CDs backup, then we would last this. I would use my 1 minute, and then I use CDs on the last phase. I should have gone on the necro buff here. Actually, it's what I did. I also waited a bit because PI was on cooldown, but I got it back right now, and as you can see, I got the funnel of 4 ads, which is 3 ads, sorry, which is great. Even if I didn't crit, I did a lot of damage. I'm using Invis here to reduce the damage I'm taking, and I'm also on alter time again to be sure that I take as little damage as possible. You have to use your cooldowns here to help the healer every time. Here I'm using only my 1 minute. Why? Because the phase is about 30 seconds long, this phase in between. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to reduce the cooldown of my AP to line up with my Radiant Spark, so then I have big CDs for this next phase with Bloodlust. However, I also don't have much mana, so I can't just spam Arcane Missiles to fish for procs. I have to actually, just wait, and every now and then I'm going to do a cast. Bloodlusting here, luckily I got a proc, so I'm reducing the cooldown. I had to wait here, so what I did is I just blocked. I had to wait for AP anyways. What I did also is I waited for this tentacle to proc. I used my ruby, so I have a lot of crit right now, and the haste from the bloodlust. As you can see, I blinked through the tentacles there, but I didn't get a crit, so I'm not doing much more damage here. Using my ruby just to try to sorry, my rune of power, just to try to do as much damage to the boss as possible. However, I tried to Kyrian spell myself earlier, and I didn't. I don't know why I didn't manage to. So I'm just trying to do it now without dying, but I pressed it too late. I don't know if you saw that I pressed it, but we still killed it, and that was it. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you on the next one.